The Group of Seven is an intergovernmental political grouping consisting of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK and the US. And the European Union is a non-enumerated member. This year's summit was attended by EU President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Charles Michel, as is customary for the bloc's leaders. The G7 was formed in the aftermath of the 1973 oil crisis, which caused a deep recession and rising inflation. In 1975, France, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, the United States, and West Germany formed the first group of six to discuss the ensuing economic concerns. Canada became a member of the group in 1976. Although Russia joined the group in 1998, and the name was changed to G8, but the country has been barred from membership since 2014 due to its annexation of Crimea. This year's summit is notably important for developing effective global economic responses. And progress towards an equitable world is the goal of the German G7 presidency. The five major topics of discussion were strong alliances for a sustainable planet, economic stability and transformation, improving global health architecture, sustainable investments, and strong togetherness. And a major focus was almost entirely on dealing with the economic shocks caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the subsequent Western sanctions areas, where experts believe a unified approach is necessary to find. Ukraine is a major supplier of grains and vegetable oil to the rest of the world, and Russia's invasion has disrupted normal production, resulting in record global food prices. As a result, the G7 has urged all nations to keep their food and agricultural markets open, and questions over food production, distribution and supply, and aid for hard-hit countries also discussed. In addition, the G7 announced a ban on Russian gold imports. Gold, after energy, is Russia's second-largest export and a significant source of revenue, the US official said, adding that blocking Moscow's gold sector will further isolate Russia from the global economy. Why was India invited in the summit? On Sunday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Munich for a two-day visit to Germany, where he attended the 48th G7 summit and met with leaders of the powerful bloc and its partner countries. The agenda for India's attendance at the G7 countries was to discuss major issues, such as energy, food security, counter-terrorism, the environment, the Russia-Ukraine situation, gender equality, and democracy. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has invited India to the 2022 meet. It clearly demonstrates that all global partners value India's presence and contribution at important gatherings, such as the G7. According to India's Foreign Secretary, Vinay Mohan Quatra, India is regarded as a solution provider and a component of any sustained effort to address the world's current challenges. Other nations which have been invited are Argentina, Indonesia, Senegal, and South Africa. The summit is also attended by representatives from the United Nations, the World Health Organization, the World Trade Organization, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. The invitation to the G7 summit by the host country Germany is seen as yet another step in maintaining India and Germany's close partnership. This is the third time PM Modi has attended the G7 summit since he became the Prime Minister in 2014, as there is no doubt that the country must be a part of any sustained effort to solve the world's problems. We'll continue to do what is best in interest of own energy security. At the G7 summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated that energy security has become a very big challenge in the wake of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and asserted that India will continue to do what it believes is best for its own energy security when it comes to global oil trade. India has stated that its crude oil sourcing is entirely driven by national interests, and that its position on the issue is very well understood by various countries. The Prime Minister also mentioned the impact of this geopolitical tension is not just limited to Europe. Rising energy and food grain prices affect all countries, and the security of developing countries is particularly jeopardized. He also mentioned that during this difficult time, India has provided food grains to many needy countries. Prime Minister Modi, in both his interventions, the first one on climate and energy, and the second one on food security and gender equality, made it very clear, in terms of the position on the Russia-Ukraine situation, that India has advocated, calling for an immediate or as soon as possible cessation of hostilities, and advocating the path of dialogue and diplomacy to resolve the situation. And asserted that India has always been in favor of peace.